Welcome back to some new r/malicious compliance stories, where people comply to the letter, but not the spirit of a request. I hope you had a great day. The first story is called Upload Everything. A number of years back, I worked for a company that was on a company-wide migration project of most Office documents to SharePoint. It worked great for things like shared documents, sheets, contracts. But our department worked with large data sets. One day, the project manager of one of the projects I was on asked me via email to upload everything I had on the project to SharePoint. This is a real pain, because there are tons of files, and I'd rather not. Everything? Are you absolutely sure? There's a lot. He was sure. He wanted everything. So everything he got. Many thousands of data files, terabytes worth of stuff. I get a frantic call from IT. It wasn't meant for this. I tell them to talk to the project manager. They asked why, and I just forwarded his email with the instructions to upload everything. Minutes later, a company-wide email goes out, saying SharePoint is for documents and spreadsheets only. The next story is called Insisted I Come In. My boss and I had a disagreement about working from home this week. The office is in San Francisco. I live in the East Bay. I need to cross the Bay Bridge to get to work. We had an important presentation scheduled today. I wanted to do it virtual, because the APEC meeting is in San Francisco this week, and everything seems disrupted. It's a 2-hour commute on a typical day, and I told my boss it might not be feasible to come in this week. He insisted I come in, so I said okay, but don't blame me if I get stuck in traffic. We had a pretty heated discussion about it. So today, there's a huge backup on every freeway toward the Bay Bridge, because protesters have chained themselves across all 5 lanes. The bridge is completely closed. Now, the boss wants me to do the presentation virtual, but I told him I can't. I'm stuck in traffic. I can't operate my vehicle and do the presentation. He will have to do it without me. He isn't really qualified to do that. The third story is called Not Working. I work at a call center. We are a third-party vendor for this company, so we have our own guidelines and policies when it comes to technical issues. I work from home, so if I have internet issues, they'll give me about an hour or 2 to get it back up and running before they dock my pay and give me points for my absence. If it is an issue with any of the systems, or the laptop they provided is not working, it's a completely different story. We have a whole system put in place for when these things happen, and I think I hit the jackpot. I've been trying to work since 8 AM this morning. I called our contractors IT department this morning, and they guided me for about 20 minutes, before determining I needed to put in a support ticket and have my company's IT department look into the issue. Because none of my systems are working, they'd reach out via phone call. It has been 9 hours since this all started, and I have not received a single phone call. My immediate supervisor is out for the day, so we have a person of contact. She's done her best, and I've reached out via text, as my supervisor was kind enough to send me the number yesterday. The only responses I've gotten to my just reaching out. No one has contacted me yet. It's been hours. Has been, oh no, I'll tell them. And I told them. I was scheduled for a 10-hour shift today. I got paid for doing absolutely nothing but following policy, waiting for our IT department to reach out. The last story is called Dry Your Hair. I am dyspraxic. I have no sense of time, and my mind works faster than my body, so I can trip and bump into things, and get called clumsy and lazy by people who don't understand it. My employer was aware, as I notified everyone and put it on my application forms. During my time working in the local hospital as an admin assistant in radiology, I did fairly well attending work on time. But to ensure this happened, I sometimes had to miss out steps of my morning routine. Usually things like brushing hair and having to do a messy bun so it looks tidy, but can be done in 2 seconds, etc. On this particular day, I had a shower, and once I was out of the shower, I realized I only had time to dress and get to work, so I must have been on a slow day. I dressed as fast as I can and rub my hair as dry as I can and brush it so it's neat but damp and wash to work. Luckily, I lived by the back entrance, so I only had to walk 15 minutes if that across the site, and I made it on time. Once at work, I got logged on and started working when my manager came over and said I should go home and dry my hair. This annoyed me. I confirmed they were sending me home to ensure my pay, as if I agreed to leave, they didn't have to pay me, but if they told me to leave, they had to pay me. They confirmed that I had to leave, and they were telling me to, because I refused to leave willingly for damp hair. I walked home and realized they have no idea if I have a hairdryer or not. And since I'm being paid for the time it takes me to dry my hair, I sit watching TV until it's dry. I must have been sat there 2 or 3 hours and went back in time for my dinner break. Then in the afternoon got back to working. The manager came over to ask what took so long. I responded that my hairdryer broke, and as you didn't want me in till my hair was dry, I waited for it to dry naturally. They never complained about it again after that. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you have time, watch another one of my videos. And now, I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.